15, time now to say good morning to Mike Eppel on this snowy Wednesday morning. Good morning, Mike. Have you looked out the window? Because it is...
I have. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
beautiful.
Yes. I'm with Sid. I like the snow.
You like the snow. Oh, does Sid? I think Sid liked the cold and not the snow. Opposite. You're with FISA. Sid is saying no.
No. Sid just wanted the cold.
Yeah, no snow, because you got to drive through it. You and FISA are on the same page.
I just like the looks of it, as long as I don't have to drive through it, in which I don't.
Right.
So there you go.
Lucky you. Lucky, lucky, lucky you. All right. So snow is falling. Will the inflation rate fall? Maybe slightly.
Oh, my goodness. The inflation data this morning, Tammie, is not expected to be favorable for customers at all, or consumers, because it is expected to actually go back up above 7%. Unlike the trajectory that we have seen in the United States after the past couple of inflation reports, the forecast is for a 7 handle again on the Canadian inflation headline. You know, it was 8% back in June, so okay, it's come down a little bit. But the problem still is high gas prices and high grocery bills. And fingers crossed that, in fact, economists got this wrong and it starts to cool off a little bit, because maybe that'll take some pressure off the Bank of Canada from continually raising interest rates. Just out of the UK this morning, Tammie, the latest signal on British inflation, it's now above 11% and would have been north of 13% had the government not brought in an energy relief bill. And so it's you know, we talk about the fight against inflation, a long way to go, unfortunately, and in some countries it's going up. And the UK is case in point on that.
All right. I know gas prices have a lot to do with it as well, but overnight the price actually went down here in the GTA. Yeah,
7 cents, and it correlates to what we've seen in the wholesale gasoline market. It is a publicly traded commodity, and that wholesale price for refined gas has dropped from $3 a gallon at the start of the month, actually, to about $2.50 a gallon. So it's actually come down quite a bit. So the price has eased up just a little bit. But when we talk about inflation, you know, what is one of the underlying factors? It's not just filling up the gas tank to get to work. It's the transportation cost for everything else. And you know, a lot of the companies are saying, well, that's part of the reason why they have to raise prices, because they have to pay extra for fuel to get goods to stores. So if the price for gas eases up, well, maybe that'll help inflation over the longer term. We'll see.
All right, we've been talking about the medicine shortage when it comes to children's medication, but we're seeing this also now show itself in adult medication more and more.
Those are the reports this morning, that some of the adult Tylenol or Advil products are also starting to be in short supply. So is that the ripple effect of people stocking up on children's medications and, you know, worried that this is going to affect the supply of adult meds? And is it because of too much demand and not enough supply? I sent written questions. I sent written questions yesterday to Johnson & Johnson. I said, hey, do you want to do a radio interview? Nothing too complex, just, you know, how did we get here? What do we do to fix it? And I got basically just a kind of a boilerplate response saying, yeah, we're ramping up production and doing what we can and meeting with Health Canada guidelines and all that. But at the same time, this actually is now front and center in Ottawa, because the health committee finally took this up, and Health Canada was grilled over this yesterday in that committee, saying, how did we get here? You know, where was the ball dropped? And Health Canada officials said, well, we can't give out the information about the current supply situation and where the medications are coming from, whether it's from the U.S. or Mexico, because that's covered by business confidentiality. That went over like a ton of bricks, as you might expect, because we want to know where it's coming from, how it's getting to drugstore shelves, and trying to alleviate this major concern for parents trying to find medications for their kids.
Yeah, for sure. One MP had a great point, and you know, we knew exactly how many COVID-19 vaccines were going to make it to Canada when the shipment started, so why not in this case? So.
Well, that brings back the politics of it again, right? Because they're saying, oh, you look good when you're bringing in all the COVID-19 vaccines. Had no problem getting that data, and now that there's a problem, you can't give us the information. This is going to be a multi-day process, and you have to figure that there's going to be more discussion about it tonight, certainly.
For sure. All right. We have run out of time, unfortunately. Mike, thank you so much. We'll chat with you. Stay warm and cozy.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. Thanks very much.